Hello, my name is Javier Porras, and this is my video for Lecture Application 3 in Behavioral Science. It's Ms. Williams' class. And today I went to the Holocaust Memorial Resource and Education Center of Florida and saw the exhibits, and we're supposed to go to a place outside of our comfort zone, so uh, that was one of the suggestions on the list, and I've always thought that Holocaust would be kind of an interesting thing to look at. So um, I decided, hey, I don't usually go to museums or things like that, and especially when it's something so historical. So I figured it would be a good idea to go. So I went and I got to see the exhibits, and right away when you walk in, the first thing that you see is there's a quote by Elie Wiesel, and Elie Wiesel actually is one of my favorite authors because of his book that he wrote about his experience in the Holocaust and how he survived. And that book is called Night, and I really do love that book. I read that book in like 8th grade, and there's a quote from the book that I don't actually know if it's from the book or he just said it, but it says, "Whoever forgets becomes the executioner's accomplice." And I just think that's something really, really deep, because it's like if you forget about the past and about things that happened, something like that's such a big deal like the Holocaust, like a mass human genocide, can happen again. And so it's really important that you go to museums and stuff and learn about this stuff, because I mean it's not something I normally do, but I found it actually after I went, it was really cool and I really liked it. And there was a lot of just demonstrations and pictures and videos and audio files that really, it was really gripping and really just, it really got you going, like emotionally. It was all like there was just, you could feel the energy, you could feel the anguish that all of the Jews in the concentration camps went through, and just the immense struggle that they had to go through, and the pure like evil that was the Nazi regime. And your heart goes out to them, and you just pray, thank God that you weren't there, you're not one of them, and that you're safe here at home. And it really shows like you can't really take life for granted, and that's really what I got from all of the different exhibits here at the Holocaust Museum. And there's like you go through, you have your introduction, and then you see all the displays, and then it shows you the life before. And this is section, like it shows you how the Jews' life was before they got persecuted in Germany and pretty much the rest of the world. And it's really interesting because it was a lot more peaceful, and like they were actually really widely accepted by everybody, and actually most of the German population was Jewish. So Jews weren't looked at like, oh my gosh, you're a Jew, you're bad, go, like you need to be in a concentration camp. And then it shows just the progression of how everything happened, the threatening Jews on the political oppositions, and then obviously the war and the persecution, and putting all the Jews in the ghettos. And to name a couple of ghettos that were very prominent, it's like Auschwitz that was like the worst one, and like they did horrible things in there, and there was all kinds of weird science experiments that happened there at Auschwitz that um, they found like pictures of and evidence of like weird, like they would like take the Jews that they didn't gas and that they didn't put in the fire, and that they didn't just leave at camp to work on things, to like they did dental work on them, just cause to practice, or to test new medical things that German engineers were coming up with on them. So it was really inhumane stuff, and it was horrible. And then it shows how there was just death camps also. There was a lot of just, it was very gripping, very powerful, very educational. In my experience, doing something that was pretty much out of my comfort zone, was I mean, obviously, as you can see, I really actually rather enjoyed it, and I had a wonderful time with this experience, and would really like to go to more Holocaust museums and really just learn more about our history and how uh, one person can really make a difference, whether that's good or bad, um, because we can all learn from what happened, and that is why we have history, and so you don't repeat the past. So this is my video. Thank you for your time, and